And so, it's one of those things where I think Acclaim's got a lot going for it in terms of they have their own like aesthetic, right? They've got like this kind of like not just a retro like pseudo 90s in your face style, but like they're actually committing to it, right? Like this
Yeah.
is Acclaim.
Yeah, like Acclaim isn't trying to be anything that they are not or weren't or haven't been already, you know.
And I think that is probably the best way that you could go about doing something like this. You come back. I was listening to Jeff Gerstmann talk about it today, and he said something that rang really true. You don't have the licenses to shit like Turok or Mortal Kombat or NBA Jam, like the things that actually put Acclaim on the map, right?
Yeah,
But like
you know,
these games that they have are
remixes.
yeah, exactly. And like the games that they have right now, they're kind of like good, not imitations, but it's like, oh, hey, remember, right? Hey, you remember, right?
I remember.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like good, like that's what they are, callbacks. It's a good callback to like, hey, you remember Acclaim? Like this isn't exactly what you played, but it's kind of like it, right?
Yeah, and it does push a little bit into some new directions for them, and also they've got pretty much like all their genres covered. They've got like, extreme sports, snowboarding, you've got your basketball game, you've got your trendy new auto shooter and some other like 2D side scrolling experiences, and I'm personally excited for this trippy looking rhythm game 'cause,
Yeah.
that's something I definitely enjoy and feels unique and somehow retro but also modern.
Yeah, it's definitely it has that funny retro modern feel,
Yeah,
except like it's not like a cop out Fallout kind of thing. Like we were talking before the show, it feels like any of these games could have been released on a Mega Drive. I mean, I'm sure they could. I'm sure there are things going on in these games that make it so they can't be released on something like
yeah.
primitive like a Mega Drive. But
Lower the resolution a little bit and then it'll fit nicely on that cartridge or something.
yeah, and so I definitely believe that a lot of these games they are picking their battles correctly, especially with they have your obviously the basketball classics, right?
Yeah,
It's
the Mega Man cutscene in the beginning too.
yeah, you have like your little Simpsons ripoff. This is the game that you liked, the extreme sports, the cell shaded extreme sports.
Yeah, there's cell shaded SSX tricky.
Yeah, definitely has a lot of personality, and I think these games, when I think about Acclaim, even though I might not think about like this specifically, this is the vibe that I get. Like, like they did do a lot of those. When you think about Acclaim, aside from like the big stuff like Mortal Kombat, they did do a lot of weird, silly sports games. They did do a lot of those weird, offbeat, um, like Iggy's Wrecking Balls. You know what I mean? Like,
A lot of games out there like Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
yeah, like they did a lot of these weird, off the wall title games. So I definitely think that they keep that in this presentation. You feel it, especially if you're an old school Acclaim fan, I guess. And a last thing to end this on is, funny enough, Drix, did you know that WWF superstar Jeff Jarrett is part owner in this venture?
You mean wee woo hit him with the guitar again? Pro wrestler Jeff Jarrett
Yes.
with AEW still nowadays.
Yes, he has his stake in AEW. But yes, so I don't think it's far fetched to see or to think that maybe in the near future, Acclaim might be demoing a AEW game.
Yeah, any kind of wrestling really. That's a kind of a lost sports genre in gaming. Only a couple titans still holding it up. But yeah, that's crazy. Especially based on his wrestling persona. Like, I would not pin him as a gamer, but I mean, he's got to be playing something if he's taking like an ownership stake in Acclaim.
Yeah.
He claims Acclaim.
Yeah. So very interesting, very fun to see that something like that is being leveraged in this weird way. I don't know exactly what the end game is. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's just like a...
They'll just take a couple more chair shots.
Yeah, exactly. Couple bucks for a couple more chair shots. So...
Yeah. Dive off of something high. And, no, the company's saved.
So we'll see where all of this goes. We'll see how far they really push this Acclaim stuff. Like I said, a couple of these I'm looking forward to. There's these silly ones like the Squeaky Clean Pig game, but
nice simulator.
Yeah, but there's also a lot like Katanaut that I'm pretty interested in. So very fun. Very, it's going to be a really interesting time for indie devs. I don't know, like I said earlier, I don't know if any indie devs actually need someone or like a publisher like Acclaim, especially in this day and age. Like your game engines are free, so like,
you just want the marketing budget or what? Some kind of, if the distribution's not physical and all digital.
Yeah.
What are they bringing to the table? But no such thing as bad publicity, am I right? And like, I didn't realize how long it had been since I had seen an Acclaim logo in gaming until like today when this comes out, and I'm just like, oh yeah, that is nice. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, you're like, dang, Acclaim, like, whoa.
Yeah, and I'm always getting them twisted with Activision, who's pretty much Microsoft now.
Yeah. They are not their own entity whatsoever.
Yeah, so they don't get to take risks and chances like this, They had to, like, cut staff so they could make more Call of Duty skins, Diablo stuff, or whatever.
Yeah, so definitely interesting things to look forward to. Definitely interested, like you said, interested in someone or in a publisher who's willing to take risks. Maybe they'll give a little bit more freedom, but who knows?
That sounds like what the industry needs right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
But sounds like, though, we over here at CFM Radio need to get out of here. We are getting a little bit of technical difficulties. So
yeah, that'll just about wrap it up for us. But as always, we hope to see you next Wednesday on CFM Radio, Video Game Music and News.
Video game music and news. We thank you, everybody, for showing up. Everybody for having a great time with us here each and every Wednesday on CFM Radio. We cannot wait to see you next week. Remember, Borderlands 4 this weekend. Hollow Knight Silk Song's only $20. Play more games. Drix, I think we're out of here.
Yes, time to go get that artifact to the Wild Gate.
Thank you. Good night. Oh, shit.